Crusader Kings friends, welcome to episode 780 of the Cannoli show here in Crusader Kings 3. That's right, your eternal king and emperor Cannoli, still alive. I know I've been saying that for 4 years in real life. Of course, the in-game year currently, 2023. So we've caught up with real time, and I'm hoping we can pass that on, and Cannoli can live on to his 800th birthday. Okay, maybe he hasn't lived quite that old, but he is a very, very, very old man, very unlikely to die. 106 years of age, and no sign of slowing down. He's actually like the best intrigue character going right now. The irony, of course, is the first Crusader King series was Elrang, where we played as nothing but Elrang. The second Crusader King series was the Grigna series, where everyone was named Grigna. And now the third Crusader King series looks as if we're going to finally settle on it being the Cannoli series. So I am just cursed to have these kind of singular character playthroughs, which isn't necessarily too terrible. We are sat on a disgusting amount of money. I did say I would sort some stuff out in between episodes, but there's some important stuff that I want to do actually in the episode. So, first things first then. We've got a slight issue, and that issue is we are suffering from success. Cannoli is 106 years of age. We currently have designated heir succession. We have designated Savillum. The problem is, of course, Savillum's 54. He's a giant, so he naturally has much lower health. Him and Cannoli actually have the same type of health right now. Oh, Cannoli's actually feeling poor. Kind of surprised by that. I suppose he's had a couple of run-ins with Death in the last couple of days, but Death also went running, so worked quite well for us. The problem is, with this particular succession type, if Savillum dies, we can't elect his son, Savillum II, who's of course married to the Queen of, the Empress of Francia, who in turn has given birth to Karling children, which will be his heir and successor. So we've got to kind of let him cook a little bit, otherwise we're basically missing out on inheriting the whole of Francia without having to do anything, right? So someone floated in the comments, why not swap over to primogeniture? Because when we made that hybrid culture of French, Sardino-Greek, we were able to swap over because we unlocked all the innovations, right? The only problem is we can't take primogeniture because we have vassals that oppose us. I think, though, with a quick gift, probably actually just with a quick gift, let's just unpause, see if he's happy with that. And then, hello, yeah, no, we'll take ransoms, that's fine, you can pay for the primogeniture. Let's just take a look here, maybe he'll actually be up for it now. Other than that, I've had no reason to not do it, because, yeah, I mean, there's no reason not really to do it. I just didn't really think about swapping the succession law, given that we were basically in the best position possible. It's just we've kind of ended up in this weird situation where our current character is going to outlive his heir and successor, and everything's set up in 2 generations' time to inherit a whole empire. It's weirdly situational, because it's really hard to beat what we've got going on here. Yeah, primogeniture, why not? Because I believe even if we have primogeniture and then absolute crown authority where we can designate our heir to take precedent over that, I think we get the best of both worlds. So let's give it a go. Under primogeniture succession, your oldest child inherits all your titles. Absolutely. So what happens now then? Oh yeah, look at that. So with that, he will succeed. Then it'll be Savillum, and then it'll be Savillum the Karling. Look at that, Emperor Savillum. Second in line. That looks pretty good, eh? What happens if we would say change it to you? Does the succession... We're not going to do that, just not even as an experiment. I've learned my lesson. I wonder if it would go to her, and then her firstborn son, and then firstborn son. So whether it would follow the rules of primogeniture succession, but from that designated heir. I'm not sure. I don't care. This works perfectly for us right now. So we took Tunis. Well, we took Tunis, and of course, we started through this really cool event chain, rebuilding it into Carthage. Now, there was a great comment in the comment section about renaming Tunis. They pointed out that every ruler should have, of course, we have the tournament Harbour de Biscotti and stuff like that. Why not rename it some sort of Carthage Cannoli combination? I'm going to have to pull up the comment because that was a great suggestion. Here we go. So Zen Master said, since every great ruler ends up naming a city, they build after themselves. Why not rename Carthage after Cannoli? And then username EAAA said Carthanoli, which, to be fair, for a guy who's been, not particularly driven by his own driven by his own ambition, but true. But not particularly, like, greedy, not particularly kind of arrogant about it. It's certainly not a show-off. So I like the idea of having Carthanoli, where it's halfway through Carthage, halfway through Cannoli. Done. I'm happy to see it. I like that a lot. So let's give some stuff away then. Sorry, this is the stuff I wanted to do in between episodes, but I thought I'd just get that out the way first. So we can create the Kingdom of Africa. No reason not to do that. I mean, it's only costing us money, and I think we're pretty good on that front. And with, of course, primogeniture and everything else we've got, it's basically going to follow the same rules as what we had last time, but it's a little more restrictive. Again, this might bite us in the arse, whereas before we were able to say, anybody, go for you, that's fine. Maybe we don't want it to go primogeniture. We can obviously only elect the sons of sons now, but we'll see how that goes. That's all right. I'm sure we'll manage. Or we could always flip it back, right? Shadow of Sardinia. God, I hate managing these accolades. They are such a pain in the arse. Hello, my friend. Do you want to be a knight? Now, somebody in Discord figured it out. I haven't got Discord open right now, so I can't. I don't want to spend 20 minutes digging for the comment. Somebody pointed out that if Cannoli lives to the age of something like 138, he will have reigned for 100 years solidly. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that's going to happen. But on the plus side, if it does happen now, we can still end up going for the French plan. Because in theory, with primogeniture, when Savillum I dies and Savillum II dies, the next in line, the direct next successor, should be Savillum III. At which point we might be able to go from Cannoli to Savillum III. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's probably just going to die from one of the death events. We've gotten very lucky. Like, we've dodged it, what, 4 times, 5 times in a row now? The lowest chance of succeeding on all of those was like 60%. So, sorry, the lowest chance of it being in our favor was 60% so far. But, of course, that chance is going to get lower and lower as we get older and more decrepit. Right, do we want to demand payments? Yeah, why not? Hey, give me some of these. Your grandson-in-law. Your grandson... Oh, right, because he's married to his granddaughter. Yes, I was going to say he's 62. But then again, I forgot we're 106. Right, let's just tidy some of this crap up. You can pardon criminals. Why? What have they done? They're my vassals, so we'll pardon our vassals. Look, maybe they haven't done much, you know, terrible stuff. It's better to make an ally than an enemy, right? This guy's already got enough. You can marry. Gavaka Jagadevid, different dynasty. Oh, right, this guy used to be a ruler, right? A duke or a king or something like that. Lost his realm. Okay. I guess we'll go for an alliance. Oh, it doesn't really bother us, though, right? Because we don't... Do we actually get an alliance from that? Oh, interesting. Because he's like a different dynasty and, you know, everything else he's got going on there. Like, we've probably never met this kid before in our life. I'm kind of surprised that gives us an alliance from that. Okay, well, fair enough, I suppose. Well, okay. What the hell do we... Where do we want to begin here? Let's just quickly tidy up the realm. Let's give some stuff away here. So I think, maybe, anyway, that we're probably going to get another... I think Tunis itself is going to upgrade into Carthage and then become one of those, like the Burj, the prerequisites to the Metropolis, which lets us build it into another one we can throw down the kind of light versions of the Wonders and stuff like that. I presume so anyway, so I'm happy to give away this Siljana that we built yesterday, which is like one of those fancy cities. We'll take a look at it before we do. I'm going to keep landing the family. I like that idea. I like the idea of the dynasty being quite powerful, given that we started as the last Karling, Brother Baguette. Look at how we've built ourselves up here. You know what, I'll take a look at the, family tree in a moment. Yeah, what does it do? Does it do anything fancy? I think it's just a city. I think they just built a cheaper city, right? So you got the Civitas Nova. Utopian city was founded to be a theological representation of a ruler's power. Follows a Roman grid with a cadrum and a cardum and a decum manum, and is renowned for its strong defensive walls. Very good. Do we want it though? Is that like particularly fancy? I mean, again, given that we're rebuilding Carthage, I feel like I'm just going to give this one away. And we'll just keep going with this, because that's clearly got an event line associated with it, huh? Tax officers. Man, I do love taxes. There you go. We've still got one more thing apparently above our limit. Oh, of course. We took Jerusalem and Alexandria. Oh my god, I forgot we've got to amend the schism. How could I forget? You know, it's just one of those days you wake up, you give some titles out, you sort some cities, do some taxes, change your succession. Oh, by the way, fix the divide in the entire Christian world. It's just a casual day. Just a casual day for him, isn't it? Right, sorry. I do want to sort this out before we get too engrossed here. Ah, shit. What the hell am I going to give away? These are all so good. Alexandria, I presume, is... Again, it's the stepping stone to becoming that megalopolis. Shit. We give away Messina at this point. Because it's giving us, what, 10% monthly lifestyle experience? That's the only reason I kept seeing her, but we can just build wonders that would do that. Anatolios Karling, congratulations, done. Okay, then. I think keeping Alexandria or Jerusalem is better than keeping a province that has a university. And here it goes. My God, the deception is complete. The man known as the devil, the mass murderer, the schemer, the blackmailer, the evilest piece of shit that we're probably ever going to play in Crusader Kings, murderer of 70 characters, the majority of which were probably children, is about to be known as the holiest man to walk this earth. The ecumenist who repents and saves, or repairs, I should say, the Great Schism. Saw the Christian church divided. All 5 of the epicostal sees of the Pentarchy could be restored under the rule of a single empire, under the enlightened leadership of a saintly ruler. There may be chance to finally unite Christendom. Of course, Cannoli knows that. He doesn't give a shit. He's never been a religious man. The pilgrimage he went on was to keep up appearances and to make friends with the Pope, which of course paid off because the Pope hasn't tried to say about Rome and has in fact given us a shitload of money and leeway for us to do whatever we want. This has just empowered his dynasty. And that's what it was all about. And how better to cement this dynasty from a dynasty that was about to become nothing than by them being known as the people who saved Christianity. Or made it stronger, I suppose. Boom. One God, one church. From devil to ecumenist. That's crazy. Your effort towards consolidation and conciliation of the Christian world make you a hero to many, if also a heretic to some. At last, the Great Schism has been mended. I love the idea that the schism has been mended, but, you know, the world itself, volcanoes are popping up, fires sweeping the earth. Because he's basically the Antichrist, right? At last, the Great Schism has been mended. The century-long fight of the papacy to assert its primacy over the Pentarchy has finally come to an end. It's supposed to be its primacy? Whatever. With the reunification of the original seats under the Catholic rule, the Orthodox clergy has been forced to bow to the undeniable authority of the throne of St. Peter, and Cannoli, more importantly. There are a few amongst them who still cling to their outdated and heretical rites, will soon be brought to justice, brought to the fold of the true ecumenical church one way or the other. The universal church has been restored. Whoa. So what happens now then? We get a fancy nickname. Ecumenism. Is that a religion? What is that? Are the Christian faiths that have the ecumenism doctrine are considered a stray instead of doctrine? Okay, cool. So if you're Orthodox with and Catholic, you're considered a stray instead of hostile, even though you are like effectively totally separate religions, right, in terms of game mechanics. Fair enough. Catholicism gets some further, and every other Christian faith that is kind of divided and close enough to be still considered, you know, decently close there has lost a load of further. Fine. And does Orthodoxy become a heresy of Catholicism? Because that's how it works in CK2. Let's see if we can find just an Orthodox character. Sorry, let's just see if we can find an Orthodox character. Is there anyone left? Catholicism. Orthodoxy. Here we are. You'll do. Orthodoxy counts as, no, just an organized Christian faith. Still, fair enough. We consider them hostile. They consider us hostile because, again, that perk has been removed now. Interesting. And there you have it. Now, somebody said in the comments that apparently there's a chance that, oh my God, look at the damage we've done. Wow. Catholicism is just swept all over the place. And I mean, this opens us up to maybe finally being able to win a crusade in Iberia. Take that back with the Reconquista. So apparently there's a chance that they'll just convert over when you do this. Like even all the sub-vassals and stuff like that, like an 80% chance. So, hey, fair enough. I mean, at this point, we've pretty much got it under lockdown. I think we've pretty much nailed that. That worked pretty well, eh? Good work. Great job. What a holy man he is. And no one can ever argue with that at this point. So where do we go from here? Taking the whole of the Byzantine Empire, France is ours. There's nothing they can do about that unless they overthrow her, reinstall someone else, etc., etc. So that's, if things just carry on the way they are, that's ours. People were saying Sicily is de jure, and you might remember, early in his life, one of Cannoli's biggest ambitions was to take Sicily through marriage, and of course that didn't work out because they overthrew the person that we installed a few years back. Now it's time for us to very legally take it for ourselves. So, I guess we throw a rally point down in Tivoli, and we just say, hey, how you doing? No, we don't need to fight them. Forced vassalization, seize all de jure lands. There it is, the entirety of Sicily. We don't need to fight them. We just get our lapdogs to fight them. By which I mean, of course, the HRE and France and the Pope. Damn, it feels good to be Cannoli. There. Go. Kill them all. I thought I'd better clear off some of these notifications, given they're getting kind of out of hand up there. So I've formed all these alliances with family members inside our realm. No reason not to, right? We're here to look out for our family. She is, really quite frightening. Very, very big high mate energy from her, eh? Yes. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of Francia. I certainly hope they do. Fear the men of the papacy. I think he's called the Pope. And then finally, where's the HRE? Did he say no? The HRE just hasn't replied? Oh. Are you going to get back to me on that one, fella? Or, I mean, that's fine. I think they genuinely declined the war. But that's okay. You're always there for me, and I hope you know that I'm grateful. My grandson, Judicae Anatolios, approached me in a rare display of honesty. Oh. I expect you to be there for me too. Well, this is what it means to be a guardian. Oh, no, we're deceitful. We'll take the hook, thank you. You got to play him to the bitter end. He can't just soften in his old age because he has everything he ever wanted and more. Ooh. Now what we want to do is probably keep an eye on factions. What I want to check is the control map too in a second, but we'll get this war done first and see how it goes. Baguette Karling. She is genius, consecrated, and comely, descended from both sides of the Roman Empire at this point. Very nice. You're so far down the line of succession. I'm not wasting a good name on you. Somebody said, of course, Baklava. I can't believe I haven't used Baklava as a name yet, given where we are right now. Have I really not used that? Bonbon, somebody suggested for another good name for eventually when we end up back in France. I think that's a great idea too. Oh, this is good, isn't it? Ooh. Sheikh Yared, a devotee of the blade just as me, has approached me. He wished to engage in some friendly sparring. My brother in Christ, you're an 106-year-old infirm man. Obviously, yeah. Let's do it. God, could you imagine if that killed him? Holy crap, I don't know where you're from, my friend, but I would have sunk it into the ocean. I've arrived in Constantinople to pay homage to you. Oh, thank you. Nice to see you, Archon Sadaru. I should really spend some of this money before we go to war again, huh? Because we're sat on a bit of a gold mine. I mean, literally, we've been sat on a gold mine for a long time. Sheikh Yared is spreading around obvious hints he would like to befriend me. To be fair, they had a good duel there, and he's losing 100 stress for this. I guess he legitimately wants to be friends then. I'll follow what he thinks then. You know what we should do? Well, I mean, firstly, we can get him remarried. Now, was his soulmate, though? I wish you could see, like, their mood. Does that make sense? You see like a mood bar so you can find out if he's still sad about his wife dying. I guess not, otherwise he would be widowed, right? Just marry someone to help run the realm. I think that's what he'd be more interested in right now. Somebody to help him with his day-to-day stuff. So we're going to go with that. I prefer like a highborn, not lowborn, that's better. So by, I don't know, alliance power, and we'll go from there. Don't marry your granddaughter. Sorry, don't marry your great-granddaughter. Oh, it's okay, there's only a 100-year age gap. That's fucked up. Wow, age is just a number, and that number is 3 digits. Good God. Preferably an adult, like an adult lady. I'd feel a little less weird about that one. Obviously, it was a different time, but to be fair, everything to Cannoli was a different time because the man's of like 5 generations. It's the medieval era. People didn't live very long. Like adult, preferably. Preferably, that'd be good. All right, let's try this again then. She's pretty good. Sure. Wunyang Tuoba. She's from quite far away, though. Macrosé de Montboissier. Countess. No, he would want someone quite highborn. I think that's my prestige game. Who is she, then? She's the granddaughter. Oh, she's intelligent. That's good. She's the granddaughter of the Holy Roman Emperor. And her father was the captain of the Company of the Hat. Well, she's highborn. What about the Princess of the Holy Roman Empire? That's a pretty good marriage. Ooh, that's a pretty good marriage. Yeah, she's pretty alright. Sure. Oh, they're also related. Well, I mean, who isn't at this point? He's kind of got a Genghis Khan / Charlemagne thing going on, hasn't he? He's probably related to pretty much all of Europe at this point. That seems fine. And that seems like a pretty sensible, like, political marriage. Not doing it for love. He doesn't like her. He doesn't really give a shit about her at all. But she's just here to help out around the place, you know? Tidy things up. Give him his sponge bath. It's not that. You know, they're not dedicated. Oh my God, we got an architect trait. Well, that's good. I'm glad I didn't spend that money yet. Building construction time and cost down significantly. Cost down 10% and construction time down 15% for both holdings and buildings. Not that we'll probably be building many holdings, I will admit. I mean, why not? What the hell else are we going to spend money on, eh? Stick with it. Stick with it. Maybe go into administrator. I think that suits him quite a lot. He's administrated a lot. mainly funerals, but I think that does, you know, kind of suit the character a little bit. Intrigue and administration seem to go hand in hand. My wife, Basilia Gunhilda, is with child. You're not the father. That's because I can do maths. You've known her for 5 minutes. She must tell me. Of course the child is yours. Why would you think otherwise? I don't believe you. Obviously he doesn't believe you. He's not an idiot. She's trying to pull a fast one on him, thinking she can... Maybe he's playing dumb. And she's trying to, like, manipulate the mind of an old man, not realizing that he's actually as sharp as a whip and better than ever. He's just infirm in his body, but his mind is, like sharp as anything. Oh, God. Benoit is the true father of the child. Secret must stay between us. Keep the secret between us. Medieval people can't do maths, you know. She was already 5 months pregnant by the time they met. It was just a fast occasion. Maybe a blessing from God. Construction is finally complete. Oh, our glorious Curadoria of Tunis now stands as one of the major cities in the world. While it's true that we mostly just moved the ruins of Carthage to Tunis and restored them using the techniques documented in the manuscripts, at least we now live in one of the most advanced cities the world has ever seen. Surely we can't conceivably recreate this accomplishment ever again. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess you know, maybe like per playthrough, you can pick one kind of ancient city to restore or something like that. I imagine you'd probably do something similar in, like, say, Mesopotamia. That's cool. And the peasants will live as kings do in other realms. Rise up in celebration, my subjects, and sing the name of your glorious leader, Basilius Cannoli. I mean, again, restoring mighty Carthage might be an impressive thing for anyone else, but for him, it's just like, it was just like a side hobby, you know? Oh, and there it is. Carthage. Whoa, look at it. It's got a custom model, too. That's sick. Look at that. You got the big port there of Carthage. That's fancy. We've got a little amphitheater back there. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, sorry. Let's take Carthanoli here. Did I put Cathanoli? Sorry. Carthanoli. There you go. There you go. There you go. Much better. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to rename the city that too, so it says that on the map. Obviously, that's the most important part. Do we actually get, like, the docks then? What have we got there? Grand Cothon of Carthage. Look at that. Tax... pretty moderate tax levy size, don't really care about. Development growth up by 50%. Whoa. The Cothon was an artificial harbor housing over 200 Carthaginian warships. Very good. Can we upgrade the Cothon? No, it's just the same. That's alright. I think I'll probably live with that, actually. Desert agriculture. Whoa. Okay. Well, obviously, we haven't built any desert holdings before, so we'll take a quick look, see what there is. Caravanserai. At the highest level. Whoa, man-at-arms maintenance are down massively. Jesus. 6.4% is quite extensive. Another 32% development growth. Bloody hell. Okay. Is that just a standard building? That's not like a fancy one or anything. That's just a standard building. Bloody hell, so you could stack up a shitload of those and drop your man-at-arms maintenance down massively. Horror of this holding. Yeah, what the hell? Shit, that's powerful. Workshops, trade port. I mean, a trade port would make sense. Cathedral Palace. Great Harbor. I could do that. Great lighthouse. Ooh, man. Bizarrely, that caravanserai has actually taken my fancy. I might throw down, I feel like a harbor. I know it's, what's it going to give us? Like, just tax? Oh, we don't really need tax, I'll be honest. If there's anything we don't need right now, it's more cash. Great Walls, Grand Fortress gives development growth. Great Lighthouse gives, like, holding taxes. But again, we don't need cash. Renown. What about when we upgrade the amphitheater? 5% monthly renown, 10% maintenance reduction. Okay. Sure, we'll build an amphitheater. I think that's fine. We can also vassalize some people. Where are you? I've absolutely no idea. Where's your capital, sorry? Where are we vassalizing here? Oh, hello. Oh, cool. Yes, no, that's pretty good. Well, I want to expand out the borders that way, so that's quite nice. I would never expect to grow as close to Sheikh Yared as I've done in the past few years. Ooh, is this... Oh, we're all... Yeah, become friends. We do want to become friends. I worried that he might be letting himself into some dangerous stuff. Whoa. Been hosting your Chancellor for several weeks, and he's helped me see the splendor of the realm under your rule. I mean, you did bend the schism of rebuild Carthage. Those do seem pretty impressive, all things considered. France could hurry up with this war, though. I'm getting impatient with this. Oh, God. Lucas Karling. There he is. Quote-unquote Lucas Karling. If only they knew. Just keep it a secret. Just don't worry about it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It comes out, oh, well, I mean, obviously, it was a different... Could get rid of her. What would Cannoli do? That's what I'm going to ask myself right here. This could be a secret leverage used against him. I just don't know. I mean, she was pregnant when he... It's just a weird game mechanic, isn't it? But I think, given that they're so blatant about this, we're going to arrest her. We're going to arrest her, and we're going to divorce her, because that's something that could be used against him if it comes out. And the longer we leave it, the more dangerous it could be. Of course, the Pope's like, yeah, obviously. But in the view, she's been unfaithful plus 50. Fine. We'll find a better wife. That's funky game mechanics, but that's okay. We'll just sort that out later. Prestige gain. Okay, then I'm looking for somebody with preferably high stewardship and kind of low... what are you? Elise Bagratoni. Where were they from? I recognize that name. Georgia. Bagratoni. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking of someone else. God damn it, slim pickings if you want to go specifically for someone with... oh, God. Like, good stewardship. Sure. Constancy Gudeski Ibuprofen. Sure. Yes, thank you. Give me that. That will do for a marriage. She's highborn. She's, again, she was that, like, emperor's granddaughter or something like that. So that's an okay marriage. All she's here to do is administer sponge baths. And that's all I care about. Right, before we sort of carry on watching France's war here, let's keep upgrading everything. Constructing a barracks. That's so good. Okay. Now, Cagliari, remember, want to try and upgrade that into a megalopolis, because that'd be really cool for our first place. Hello, Orbitello. I mean, to be fair, might not hold on to this forever. Actually, why did I hold on to this over holding on to Messina? Oh, I should have given that one away. That's okay. We'll upgrade the base level of that. Actually, Rome, can we upgrade that? No, that's completely finished. Shit. We really do not need taxes right now. My God. Regimental grounds. I can mess with that. I like the man-at-arms. That's fine. Sure, Grand University upgrade. Why not? I mean, we've got cash to splash around. Just throw in whatever, eh? Barracks. We could upgrade the base level. Sure, that's kind of fun. I like that too. Honestly, the base level of everywhere being upgraded would be beneficial. Just so that we get those men-at-arms bonuses, stuff like that. Grand Cathedral. Yeah, splash the cash around. Let's just go crazy with it. Jerusalem. Oh, we should upgrade. Yeah, definitely upgrade the base level of that. And I presume the same is true of... No, Alexandria we can upgrade. Whoa. Shit, we are in like such a good position with money. I literally can't spend money fast enough. Even going for all of these ridiculous upgrades, huh? Oh, we can upgrade the mine again. For the siege weapon effectiveness. Oh, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hey, you want to finish that? Oh my God, that built fast. Wait, no, that wasn't... I didn't just queue that up. That was one from a while ago. Well, to be fair, it didn't take it long, did it? Okay, look, I don't need the tax from the windmill, so that can go, and we'll swap it for... Whoops. Scrub on never works, and every time I try it, it's just very distracting, isn't it? I don't really know what to go for. Let's go for things that are thematically appropriate. Honestly, the Royal Palace, I can't beat it. It's so bloody good. Like, what do we need? Like, the harbour would make sense, but it doesn't do anything for us. I don't need tax. Oh my God, look at how fast stuff builds, too. Absolutely disgusting. And I've just noticed that Constantinople isn't even the highest rank. Obviously, I'm going to have to change the UI size to click the button there. Oh, shit, same with the stables. Oh, hang on, I can just upgrade the palace. We're good. Man, this shit's building fast, eh? 108 years of age, by the way. Anatolios became, crap. Not really much of a surprise that you came out a shit soldier when you were educated by an infirm 108-year-old man. Oh, Jesus. It's so quick. Like, I could be here forever just constantly upgrading stuff now. Okay, well, let's just keep going with it then. Sorry, this is going to make the most interesting viewing, I'm afraid. But I will, I'll just send it. I'll just send it and keep going for a little while. Because, again, at least until we spend some of this bloody cash we've been stockpiling for ages. Cagliari deserves something better. This was like our original place. Oh, man. I'm going to upgrade that one properly. You know what? Let's change the interface. I'm going to upgrade that one properly. Oh, no. Have I been bamboozled? Development level of Cagliari needs to be 30 or greater. Oh, shit. Honestly, do it. Do it. I want to see this place upgraded. You know, it's kind of like a passion project for him in his older years. As an architect, Let's rebuild the family's dynasty. The dynasty's history. The dynasty's original, I think, real seat of power. Great Lighthouse. Yeah, sure. Is that the... That's a unique building. It's got to be, because it's the Lighthouse of Alexandria. You'd assume so. Anyway, yeah, Forest of Alexandria the second. Yeah, I got that. I understand. Okay. We might as well throw something down here, then, while we're waiting. Thing is, I'm probably just going to tear whatever we build here down to swap it out for something else. That gives development growth. Reduce cost for hosting a feast. Honestly, I don't think I've got to worry about that. Get rid of the farms and fields. Let's chuck in the workshops to give the siege weapon effectiveness. Sure, sod it, that's fine. And then, I think... How about a feast? I think that's a good idea. We've got all this money, we might as well spend it on something, huh? Grand tournament would be good. Big old spectacle, we haven't done one of those in a long time. And actually a grand tour would be good too. I think let's stick with a feast, just for the time being. Let's have those as much as possible. This is the man who loved sweeties, after all. I was a little disappointed by the murder feast, I will admit. I was hoping I could murder a whole group of people, but turns out that the murder feast is intended more for, like, enemy dynasties rather than the ecumenical patriarch. Oh, yeah, we did murder him very publicly, didn't we? Or at least people were suspicious of that. We don't need to hire a mountaineer. We're good. Of course I know him. He's me. This is our home. Recreation, murder, seduce, befriend. Let's just go with recreation, then. Honorary guest. The ecumenical patriarch? There's no way in hell he'd agree to that. Not what happened to the last one. Honestly, I'd like to name, like, Savillum, I suppose. Queen Mother Spira. Your daughter and cupbearer. Prince Meringue. Can we not just sort by, like... Empress Beatrix of the Holy Roman Empire? Well, that's it. Wait. Empress Beatrix of the Holy Roman Empire. Yes, sorry. Yes, gotcha. You give me guest of honor. I like that a lot. She's the one that is potentially setting up the dynasty for taking over the realm. Let's see how it goes. Oh my god, even going like all in on this is 600 gold. It barely puts a dent in it, huh? This is a celebration. A celebration of what? Well, I don't know. Mending the schism, rebuilding Carthage, taking Sicily, take what you want. I can feel it in my very bones. Death will come for me soon. Like an old friend, he's patiently waiting to receive me. And you know what? I kind of like it. It's very poetic when you give it a bit of thought here. The only thing that Cannoli put his mind to that he never achieved was Sicily. And on the very same day, that finally he achieves the one goal he never could, this isn't death coming for him. This is Cannoli saying, I'm done. I am done. I've completed life. Now there is death to conquer. He wept, for there were no other children to assassinate. Ooh, I'll be dead within the year. Fine. And he's happy to take it. He's happy to allow this to happen. And you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Can you blame him? I think he knew that in his heart it would never be realistic for him to be the Caesar of a new Rome or anything like that. He's miles away from such a thing. But to finally have achieved every single goal he's put his heart to, you can't argue with it. And that's a hell of a way to bow out. I'm happy with it. It's nice to see. And I think he's done fantastic work. Cannoli. Round of applause. What a guy. Let's give him a good swan song. I'm glad we've got this. I'm glad we've got this feast coming in as you know, kind of one of the more final things for him. That's quite nice. What do we need for Carthanoli then? Just the development? Yeah. We'd also have to change culture too for matriculations. And then we need 40 development, but that's about it. Fair enough. I guess we'll just slap down whatever then. Yeah, watchtower's fine. We've got to spend the might as well spend the money on something. No point hoarding it, because again, we're making it faster than we can realistically spend it. Speaking of which, invite Hatterari? Sure. Is there anything else we want to do here? No, I don't think so. Oh my god, we've got the Restore the Roman Empire button, and holy shit, we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 duchies. Bloody hell was he close. Kingdom of Armenia, why not? Again, it's just kind of stuff for him to do here in his old age, right? A little bit of a retirement hobby. On his deathbed, quite literally becoming kings of new places. I like it. It's very medieval. It is very medieval. Let's take some money here again. It just gets rid of the hook. We don't really need the cash. Now we've got to make sure that the realm is prepared for Savillum. So what we're going to do, I suppose, is give some gifts out here. Why do you not like him? Desires... Oh, God, you want a lot of stuff, Bulgaria. Why? Why are you so very terribly angry? Let's try and sort out some of these other problems we've got going on here. Man, much like Cannoli, I too am fading away. It's like it's 6 a.m. or something. Well, who's this under? Oh, he just wants some vassals that he hasn't got. Okay, you know, we can solve this issue. Grant vassal. What is it you want then? So you would like Cran, Barrow, Burgers, Adrianopoly, wouldn't we all? And what are you supposed to be? You're just the king of Bulgaria. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's have a look then. I'm sure I can solve some of your problems. I'm just going to grant him the minimum that we have to win him over here. I don't quite know. You want me to go and find all of these people individually? Yeah, but you're under you. Archon Niphon of Thessalonica. Sure, we'll grant him one more, but then that's it. Yeah, that's it. We're done. We're just giving you what you need to kind of shut up a little bit. Savillum, not that au fait on realm management. He's a genius. Like, he's not an idiot. But simultaneously, we also need to... We can't grant it. See, oh, they're at war with vassals. Okay, you know what? Let them do whatever they've got to do then. Savillum's a genius, but he doesn't have 100 years of experience, ultimately. So it's going to be a very different change of pace. And I also don't think Savillum will actually last that long. Oh my god, he might not even live long enough for the feast. She's dashing over here as fast as she can. Okay, here we go then. Welcome, friends, the final feast of Cannoli. Oh, this is where I want to be. Oh, this is nice. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? And I love the fact... Oh, look, there it is. You are at death's doorstep. He's dying. He's actively dying at the feast. But you know what? He's done everything he ever needed to do in life. Mended the schism. Rebuilt. Even though we didn't really want to. Rebuilt Carthage. Taken Sicily. Put his realm in... his dynasty in one of the strongest places ever. And now, finally at the very end, he gets to eat the sweeties. And I'm happy to see it. Heavenly delights. He's dying happy. And I mean, tell me that this isn't the best ending that we could have had for him. It's not an ending he deserves. He was a hateful, awful, deceitful, disgusting piece of shit, and he's going to burn in hell for eternity. They're going to make an 8th layer of hell specifically to bury this bastard, but he dies happy. And that's a horribly medieval story if I've ever heard of one. Well, they're probably going to dig him up and put him back on trial again. The great table seating the upper nobility on the dice gave a loud crack, and a moment later it gave under the weight of the food and gilded decoration. What a great night. And they bonded, talking during the feast, and a toast to Empress Beatrix. Gives her a little wink. Like, don't let the dynasty down, you know what you're there for. And we say, what a man. Thank you, Simon Karling. He's done it. Few candles survive after the last of the guests left, and I hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief as the doors close. And with that, it's done. And those doors are closing not only on the hall, but of course, most likely metaphorically as well. Cannoli, my dear sweet friend, it's been a pleasure. And there he goes. The age of 109 years old. 76 years as our character. Insane. Basilius Cannoli of the Byzantine Empire rests in the arms of the Lord at the age of 109 years. He died of old age. Although quite famous for his sharp intellect, he could not still outsmart death. And, you know, as his ultimate deception, he did outsmart death on like 6 different occasions. And in the end, he just said, you know what, Death, I feel sorry for you. You can bring me along. Honestly, I think he's probably just going to ascend and become the new Grim Reaper. Because he was pretty good at that. Savillum ascends to the throne, ever confident in himself. Savillum's rule may bring glory or shame to House Karling. Only time will tell. And now we continue. A whole new day. A whole new era. I'm not as confident. But let's see what happens. Thank you for joining me. What a great place to leave it. See you all tomorrow.